Okay, our next question is the radius of a circular path. Over here, the diagrammatic representation is given. Covered with grass is 3 meter, whereas the path of a width 2.5 meter is made around it. People use this path for walking. Find the area of the path. You have to use pi as 3.14. You have to use the pi as 3.14. Okay. Now, when it comes to area of circle, the formula is pi r square. Pi r square. Okay, so if the area is pi r square for the inner circle, that is just the circular park. That is just for the park. The area is pi, which is 3.14, which we are supposed to use, multiplied to radius square. That is 3 into 3. Let's keep this like this. Let's not solve this for the time being. Okay, next coming on, area of the park along with the path. Area of the park along with the path would be what is the radius of the outer circle? 3 meter for the inner one and the width of 2.5 for the path. So 3 plus 2.5 is 5.5 for the outer circle. So the area of the park along with the path would be pi, which is again 3.14 multiplied to 5.5 into 5.5. Now what's the difference? You have to just find for the path. So if you just subtract these two areas, you would get just the area of the path. So now let's just subtract. When we subtract, we can take the pi 3.14 as common. So 5.5 square minus 3 square, which is 9, has to be done. 5.5 square is nothing but 30.25. So basically over here, 30.25 minus 9 has to be done. The difference would be 3.14 multiplied by 21.25 coming out of the bracket. When we multiply this, we would be getting 66.725 meters square. That's the area of the park, which is there in option C. Next question. Next question. Karan is 4 times as old as Varun. Karan is 4 times as old as Varun. Let's Varun age be V. So Karan is 4 times V. Okay. Now, 5 years ago, Karan was 7 times as old as Varun. 5 years ago, Varun was V minus 5, whereas Karan was 4V minus 5. Now, according to the question, we have to frame an equation over here. According to the question, 5 years ago, Karan was 7 times as old as Varun. So this age of Karan would be 7 times of this. Now, this is the equation. If we solve this, 7V minus 35 is equals to 4V minus 5, or 7V minus 4V is 3V is equals to 35 minus 5. And we are transposing the like terms, V coming on the left, 35 coming on the right. That gives us 3 times V is equals to 30. So 1 time V would be 10. So that means the present age of Varun, which is V, is 10. If Varun's present age is 10, Karan's present age is 4 times 10, 40. That's what our question wants us to find. So 40 years is the answer. Next, question number 38. This is a question from simple interest, which we have in comparing quantities. So over here, what we need to do is Amit deposits an amount of rupees 24,200 in the bank. After 3 years, they will get 2,904 as interest. So the formula to simple interest is principal into rate into time by 100. We know the principal over interest over here. We know the interest over here, which is 2,904. We know the interest over here, which is 2,904. Which is 2,904. Principal is 24,200 multiplied to rate, which we have to find. Time is given to be 3 years divided by 100. We can cancel out the zeros. So what's R then? 2,904. All the numerators over here would come to the denominator when transposed. So 242 into 3. On simplifying this, we would be getting 3 nines are 27, 26, 968, 242. Now 4 times is 968. So 4% is the rate of interest that we have. Next, question number 39 reads, the price of a bat is 14 more than 3 times of the ball. Let the ball be X. So bat would be 14 more than 3 times X. According to the question, the value of the bat is 176. So basically 176 is 14 plus 3 times x, or 3 times x is 176 minus the 14, which is 162. So x is 54. 162 divided by 3. If x is 54, that means the price of the ball is 54. Now you need the total of 3 bats and 4 balls. 3 bats would be 3 times 176, which is equal to 528. Whereas 4 balls would be 4 times 54, which we just now found out to be the price. 4 times 54 is 216. So the total cost is the sum of these two numbers, which is 744. Option D as the answer. Our next question reads, a historical trip is organized by a school. There are 4,620 students in a school, out of which only 24% are girls and out of which only 24% girls and 20% of the boys go on the trip. The number of girls are given to be 2,075. 2,075, of which 24% of the girls are going. So we have to find 24%, which is 24 by 100 of 2,075. On simplifying this, if we simplify, we can just cross this out and we would be getting 498 girls. We are getting 498 girls. Now we need boys and girls on the trip respectively. Boys and girls, we have already found out 498 girls, which is only there in option B. So the number of boys isn't required to be solved. Option B is our answer. Next, question number 41 is a question from data handling, a statistics question. The height in feet of 10 students are given over here. These are the numbers. Find the average height. So the average is found by the total divided by the quantity. The total of the given numbers by the quantity. So over here, this is, you have to find the total of these 5.4 plus 4.8 plus 4.6 plus 3.8 plus 5.7 plus 3.6 plus 4.2 plus 4.7 plus 3.8 and plus 3.2. That would give us a total of their heights. If we add them, the total of their heights come to 43.8, which is a total to 10 students. So the average is 43.8 divided by 10. When we are dividing, decimal shifts 1 towards the left, hence 4.38. Option D is the answer. Next question we have, there are 6xy and minus 4x square minus 4y plus 5 marbles in a box. If Ranjana has taken away these many marbles, how many marbles left? 6xy minus 4x square minus y square plus 5. Now we arrange the like terms below them. X square firstly, so it's a positive x square. Below the x square, next a negative 3xy, a positive 7y square, and a negative 2. Now, since we have to find the total number of marbles left, we need to subtract. This minus would become plus, plus would become minus, again plus would become minus, and minus would become plus. This is what has to be done. So plus 5 plus 2 is plus 7. Minus y and minus 7 is minus 8y square. Minus 4 and minus 1 x square is minus 5x square in total. And plus 6 plus 3 is 9xy. So 9xy minus 5x square minus 8y square plus 7. Option A is the answer. Moving on to our next question, number 43. The question reads, a boy is standing 3 meters away from the wall. A boy is standing 3 meters away from the wall. There is a window at a height of 4 meters on the wall. Okay, so let this be the wall. The boy is standing here at a distance of 3 meters, and there is a window over here at a distance of 4 meters. The boy is standing here. He is climbing the window by a ladder. So basically, this is a scenario where the base and height is given. A right angle triangle is formed, and you have to find the hypotenuse. So using the Pythagoras theorem, the hypotenuse is square root of base square plus height square, which is 4 square plus 3 square, that's 16 plus 9, which is 25. So square root of 25 is 5. So the hypotenuse is 5. So the length of the ladder is 5 meters, option D. Next, Ram's father's age is 3 years more than 2 times Ram's age. Ram's father is 45 years old and he is 3 years more than 2 times of Ram's age. So if we take the Ram's age to be X, so 2 times of Ram's age, 3 more than that gives his father's age. So this is the equation formed, which is there in option number A, 2x plus 3 is equals to 45. Hence, that's the answer. Next question. There are 255 boxes of different sizes, large, medium, and small, divided in the ratios 2, 8, and 5. Find the number of medium boxes. The medium is 8 parts out of 8 plus 2, 10 plus 5, 15 total boxes. 15 parts out of 15 parts, 8 parts are medium. So basically 8 by 15 of 255 is medium size box. If we just simplify this, 15 ones are 15, 105, 105, which is, 17 times, not 19. 17 times. So 17 multiplied to 8, we need to find out. 17 multiplied to 8 is 136. Option B, 136 is the answer. Next, question number 46. You have to match the columns over here with the respective values. If we just solve the first one, let's start solving the first one. Minus 8. 8 can be written as 2 cube. This is again raised to 3 whole raised to 4. Multiply 2. If we just see this one, this is 9 squared whole raised to 0. Anything raised to the power 0 is 1. So this is multiplied to 1. Its value is 1. Next, the bottom we have 4 cube. 4 can again be written as 2 square cube whole raised to 2. Multiply 2, again 8 can be written as 2 cube whole square. So now if we just simplify this, 2, 3 3s are 9, 9 4s are 36, minus 2 raised to 36 we have in the numerator. And below we have 2 raised to 3 2s are 6, 2s are 12 over here, plus 3 2s are 6 over here. According to the laws of exponent, a to the power m into a to the power n is am plus n. So ultimately, bottom we get 2 raised to 18. And top, on the above, we have minus 2 raised to 36. See, any negative integer, when it has an even number as its power, the power is 36, it's an even number. It always results into a positive number only. Hence, we can also write this as 2 raised to 36. Now, again, the second law of exponent, a to the power m by a to the power n is subtraction of the exponents. So 36 minus 18, the whole thing would be 2 raised to 18, which we have in the third one. So P is paired up with 3. Now, if we look into the probable answers, P3 is only one option. So rest of them is not required. We can simply mark B as the answer. Moving on to question number 47, find the values of x. First one, we can use the triangle property. Sum of the angles of a triangle is 180. So basically, x minus 20 plus x minus 20 plus x minus 10 should be 180 degrees, which is 3x minus 10, 20 minus 20 is minus 40. Minus 20 minus 20 is a minus 40 plus 10, that's minus 30, is equals to 180 degrees. So 3x is 180 plus 30, that's 210. So x is 70 degrees. For the second figure, again, we have to use the Pythagoras theorem for this one as well. First, we need to find this, the altitude. For this triangle, using the information, we can find the altitude for this. That would be Pythagoras theorem states hypotenuse is equal to root over of h square plus, let's say the altitude is x. So altitude square plus base square. So basically 10 square 100 should be equals to h square plus x square, or 100 minus 64 should be x square, which is 36 is equals to x square. So x is 6. Now we know the altitude is 6. Now if the altitude is 6, again putting the Pythagoras theorem for the second right angle triangle over here, for the second half, we can write it as same thing, 6.5 whole square is 6 square plus x square. For this time, our x is the base because we have already found altitude. So 6.5 square is equals to 6 square plus x square. So if we solve this, we would be getting 6.5 square is 42.25, 6 square is 36, x square, or x square is equals to 42.25 minus 36, which is 6.25. So x is square root of 6.25, which is nothing but 2.5. So x is 2.5. 70 and 2.5 centimeter, option C is the answer. Moving on to the next question, which of the following options is correct according to the observations given? As we can see in the options, all of them are based on mean, median, and mode. So let's first find out the mean, median, and mode to the given observation. Mode is the observation occurring maximum number of times. So 132 being repeated twice. That's the mode. Mean over here should be the total divided by the number of observations. So if we add them, if we just add all of these observations and divide it by, since 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 observations are there, the sum divided by 9, that gives us a mean of 136. Now we can use the formula. Mode is 3 times median minus 2 times mean. So mode we know 132, median we don't know, that we need to find, and mean we know is 136. So if we solve this, 132 plus 2 times 136 is 272. That's equal to 3 times median. So basically 3 times median is 132 plus 272, which is 404. So median is 404 divided by 3. That is nothing but 134.6. Now we have all our observations, mean, median, and mode. Now let's look into the options. Median of the given observation is less than mean. Is the median less than the mean? No. Yeah, sorry. The median is less than the mean over here. So mode of the given observation is 136. That's again false over here. If median is less than the mean, it cannot be more. Mean of the observation is 138. That's again not true. So median of the given observation is less than the mean. Option A is the correct answer. Next, state true and false and select the correct option. Product of a whole number with any rational number is always a rational number. That's true. Because a whole number can also be written in the form of rational number. Let's say we are writing 5. We can also write 5 as 5 by 1. Or we are writing any whole number that can be written with one denominator as the denominator. So that again comes to rational numbers. So yes, this is true. Rational numbers are fraction? No, false. Rational numbers are not fraction because rational numbers cover integers, whereas fractions are only positive numbers. Hence, all fractions are rational numbers, but the rational numbers are not fractions. If a rational number is multiplied by an integer, it's always an integer, not necessarily be true. We can also get a rational number as their product. So this is again false. So true, false, false, option B is the answer. Moving on to the last question. If Sujata lost 5% on a laptop, first statement is given, which was sold for 24,700, then the cost price of the laptop is 28,500. Let's do it reverse. According to the question, Sujata has a loss of 5%. That means she has sold it for 95% of her cost. If we assume that the cost is 28,500, 95% of that would be 95 by 100 into 28,500, which would give us, if we just simplify this, it would give us 27,075. But according to the question, the selling price is 24,700. So this is false. Moving on to the second statement, 3% of 3% means 3 by 100 of 1 hour is 108 seconds. 1 hour means 3,600 seconds. So 3% of that is, if we just simplify this, we get 108. So that is according to the question. So that's true. So the first statement is false. Second is true. Option D is the answer. With this, we complete our paper.